Guys, I want to quickly pivot to some Howard Stern stuff. If you guys have, Steve, if you want to hang out for a minute.
Absolutely.
All right, cool. Because my buddy Mike listens to Howard Stern, and he was shooting me notes this week. He's like, oh, there's some things that you might want to check out. Nick Cannon was on the Howard Stern show. And Dick, I don't know how you feel about Howard Stern. I'm pretty convinced at this point that he's a gay man.
Oh.
I never would have thought that before, but there's always been rumors with him and Ralph, and I guess Ralph failed a lie detector test about being gay. So it's very odd. Now, I've heard a lot of guests on your show, The Dick Show. I've heard a lot of guests on Weird Medicine. I've never heard you guys talk about how big someone's penis is. It seems like an odd thing for guys to talk about. But Howard Stern seems to be obsessed with it.
Listen, I'm not telling anything out of school. Nick's got 9 inches, right? You told me that.
Go, man.
No, well, hey.
Why do we got to...
Well, it's important to say.
Trying to be on a high frequency, talk about the Daily Canon.
No.
So is Howard right? You do not, in general, wear a condom.
What the fuck is that hair?
Oh, I know. That wig is brutal. They talk about Howard's wig.
Is Barbara Walters dead and she gave her hair?
That was a Cardiff electric filter.
Yeah.
Oh, that's a filter? Oh, shit.
It kind of looks like a potato with a wig on it.
Oh, no.
Right.
She looks better.
She's fine. She's doing
she's lost a bunch of weight.
She's doing great. She looks good. Let's get Florentine on to get his take on it.
Oh, no.
All right. So now they're talking about Nick wearing condoms. Because as you know, Nick Cannon has like 10 kids or something like that. He's got a lot of children.
Condoms eventually go away. And so, for me, not for everyone. I know.
But wait a second. But once the condoms go away, you come inside the woman, right? You don't pull out.
Well, then you got to get your pull-out game together, and then
which you don't have.
Which he never did, right?
Yeah. You do not have pull-out game. Everyone says that about you.
I can't pull out of a driveway.
Well, Nick once said to me, and I don't think I'm telling anything out of school again. We were talking about
I'm an open book. Yeah.
We were talking on America's Got Talent. This is behind the scenes, and I was asking him for some advice. And I said, "What's with condoms?" And he says, "Look, I don't know about you. My problem is they don't fit. They're not really it's too tight around my penis, and it's so big and thick." I said, "Well, I don't have that.
Yes.
Mine fall off."
What is he talking
Regular
about?
guy talk.
Yeah.
It's just so big and thick.
Yeah.
Why is Nick Cannon wearing like a tiger uppercut headdress? What is that thing that he has on?
That's a great
Like
question.
Aunt Jemima.
That's no idea.
Wow, those books that he read after he was all anti-Semitic really messed him up, I think.
I think so.
Scrambled his brains.
I think you're right. So if it was just like a one-off thing, or Howard made a joke about Nick Cannon having 9 inches, fine. But this conversation goes on and on. So now they're talking about how Nick Cannon doesn't do a good job of pulling out, obviously, and Howard is a reason for that.
Nick, you know what my problem is? I'm 4 inches. I'll be honest about it. And when I pull out, it's quick. It's no problem pulling out. You got 9 inches. It's like pulling out a garden hose out of that thing. I mean, you that's why you're not good at it. You got too much time.
Yeah.
Takes a week to pull out. It's like backing up a truck. Yeah, it's amazing.
Jesus.
Your big, thick, meaty penis.
I know. He's even talking about sex with a girl, but you wouldn't even know that by the way he's talking.
That thing.
Yeah.
What's it like?
Pulling out of whatever. That huge hog.
His celebrity shit. It's like the Japanese people in South Park. With the way Howard Stern kisses celebrities' ass always like, oh, you huge
so
American penis. That's what we talk about. Like, oh God, man, fuck you.
So then Nick's talking about a time when he was celibate. I guess he was engaged to a Christian woman, and so they were saving themselves. And of course, Howard wants to know all about if him got erections all the time when this was happening.
And were you constantly chubby? Like, were you
that was a long time ago. I'm trying to think. I don't know, because I was younger then too. So
right.
Yeah. So you wake up and you had attention type of thing, but it's when you get past
nocturnal emissions.
No wet dreams.
What the fuck kind of question?
Is that real? Dr. Steve, are those real nocturnal emissions? Because I heard about that when I was in 5th grade. I'm like, I guess I'm going to spend the rest of my life with cheeks soaked in cum. And it's never happened one time.
I never had one because I was just beating off constantly.
Cool.
So.
Are you a boner guy?
I beat off with a silk foulard that I used for my magic act. It's a true story.
It's a foulard? What the fuck is that?
Yeah, a foulard is like
I don't have a cock magic drop, sorry.
giant silk napkin, and you would do a trick called the zombie ball, where the zombie ball would float in the air.
Yeah, it
and
sounds
you could make
like
it disappear and stuff. But it was really good for masturbating when you're like 13 years
Did it need to be crusty in order to pull off the trick?
Do what? Sorry, Carl, I missed what you said.
Oh, does it need to be crusty to pull off the trick? Is that why you were jerking off into it?
My mom caught me one day, and she just stormed out of the room and went, "Do something productive."
Give me my scarf.
Would you do like kids' magic shows after?
Yes, of course. I was the
Jesus Christ.
the great Esteban. That was my magic act.
By the way,
His kids aren't going to be the same. Esteban and his one-eyed zombie balls.
you guys are laughing at Steve. He's going to get booked on Howard Stern next week and to hear about this. He's going to want to talk to you all about your masturbatory habits
Yeah.
and magic.
But didn't it cause you pain?
When your mom caught you jerking off.
Yeah.
That scarred you for life.
All right.
Yeah,
So
I'm the only
then,
person
Was your
I
mom
know that-
hot, or was she like, oh, man?
Oh yeah, she was. She had big giant tits and a little waist. I've kind of been fixated
Awesome.
on that
Go
body
on.
type my whole life. So obviously I have mommy issues.
Was she a popular
I
girl
would too.
Was she a popular girl? She had a lot of boyfriends and stuff?
Yeah, well, this was back in the day. I think she did. I know my well, I can't talk about that. I think she did. I know
did.
my dad told me that she could drink him under the table, so she had some experience.
Interesting.
There's no question about that.
Okay.
So she'd drink them under the table.
So now
Anyway,
they start talking.
Mom.
They start talking about
Jesus.
Pete Davidson.
Oh,
And of course, because Pete Davidson used to call into Nick's show when he was on the radio, and Pete was like 15, and Nick Cannon was doing these stand-up shows, and he invited Pete as a 15-year-old to come on, and he did very well. So they've had a relationship for a very long time. So they're talking about Pete, and of course it goes right to cock size.
it is cock.
Immediately.
You and Pete, it makes sense you're friends. I mean, you guys both.
I taught him everything he knows.
Fuck yeah. I mean, he has definitely learned from. Who's got the bigger dick at this point? Is it Pete?
I
or you?
don't know, and I don't want to know.
You guys got to come on together. We gotta measure. I mean, because Pete's got this whole thing about his big dick energy, all this shit.
We got to have you guys both on and measure your penises, said the straight guy. Said the guy who's totally straight. Jesus.
We're going to have to taste them.
And then this gets even crazier because now, and I don't know if like Nick Cannon's just getting woozy or something. He's been on for over an hour talking about this stuff. Now he's going to start bringing up the size of his son's cocks. Oh, God. Yeah.
Jesus
I bet you're
Christ.
bigger than him. You know?
God.
Listen, I that's my young brother. It's even like when I see my kids, and I'm changing diapers. Like that's the other half of my day. And I'm really happy with the young cannons. Like I'm really I'm more proud about what they packing than what I got.
You can tell already your kids are
My
big.
sons are packing.
Oh, she's so serious.
They're all going to represent. They're going to
I was
represent.
talking to my
about your
mother once.
kids'
I said,
cocks.
"Mom, did you know like I had a small penis right early?" She goes, "Yeah, it was always small." I mean, it's so embarrassing. I can't. I mean, you guys have so many similar. From penis aside, I mean, you're both comedians.
Aside from the fact you guys both have big cocks, you're also celebrities.
The list goes on.
Penis aside.
All right, so guys, obviously I'm not exaggerating. There was a lot of cock talk going on there with Nick Cannon.
Yeah.
Fast forward 2 days later, Metallica's on the show.
Oh, no.
So Lars and Kirk had dinner at Nobu with Anita Pallenberg and Marianne Faithfull. And this is the question that Howard has.
And Kirk and I were sitting at Nobu in London with Marianne Faithfull and Anita Pallenberg going, fucking hell, this is cool and kind of bizarre. But really hearing bizarre. These incredible stories.
What do you mean? Could you ask them about like Mick and Keith and shit? I mean, did they get down with that?
They were pretty open about our questions. They did have some
sweethearts. It was just one of those. As we were sitting trying to come up with some thoughts, some ideas, stuff to talk about, Kirk and I hit on that. It was just like some of those. It's not something we've talked a lot about, but some of those crazy stories and situations that you find yourself in.
So the bottom line is, who had the biggest penis, Keith or Mick? I mean, you guys must have asked. That's what I want to know.
But I always go back to the thing.
So they immediately changed the subject. Thank God. Because that's all Howard's thinking about is everyone's cock. It's all he's talking about.
Yeah.
It's bizarre.
It's so weird listening to him interview these old celebrities. Like he's going to be, I mean, he already is like 70, just asking about penis sizes constantly.
Yeah. Oh, so you had dinner with people who slept with Mick and Keith. You obviously asked them about the girth of their cocks, right? No. Didn't even think to do that, Howard. I don't know why.
Can you draw it? I'm going to start doing that. Tell me when to stop.
Can you imagine Nobu? They're like drawing on the menu. Yeah. It kind of looked like this. It curved this way. All right. That's enough penis talk.
Jeez.
That's too much penis talk, in my opinion.
Who are these podcasts? WA